Hello, welcome to Trinomize. Another weekly video this time. This is of my pre-orders for the whole of 2026. No figures that were up for pre-order on Ami last week. So otherwise I would have done that video yesterday, since they only had one day, 29th. So I didn't think there was not much point of doing a 30-second, a 1 minute video for that. So I'm going to do my pre-orders roundup. I'm looking forward to this. I did do 11 cancellations actually for this year, so I've cancelled 11 figures that I would have been getting throughout the year, and that was all in one go on the 28th. So and Ami seem to be were fine with that. They've not closed my countdown or anything. But yeah, most of my figures are from Ami, and then I've got two other orders on two other sites coming this year as well. So we'll start with January for at the moment. So I've got two orders for January. I've got Magia Beza, 3 in quarter scale, 39 coming out. So she's quite good, unique design. She's closed. The pre-orders are closed on this one, but I was able to get through a pre-order. She popped up for the button was there, so I managed to secure her pre-order. So this one's a more unique design, and I think she's compared to bunny suits, and it seems like she's cast off like the Overlord figures, where their actual bunny suit there's a slit in the side of the bunny suit, and you can pull that off. So I think that's what it's going to be like with this one, and that's what most people seem to have. Well, at least that's what most people seem to conclusion they've come to, should I say? So I'm looking forward to getting that one, and then I've got a original character Lilicia by Apocrypha Toys, quarter scale, which is a cheap 14,000 yen figure, and that is actually a fully cast off figure as well. So it's a bit more on the higher end compared to other budget quarter scales I've got, like from Bear Panda. But it'll be interesting to look at this one, since there's another manufacturer that's doing, or at least starting to do, some quarter scales. So she got delayed quite a few times throughout last year, so that was a bit annoying, unfortunately. So hopefully we don't have this. She doesn't get delayed again. She's combined with actually the 3D mouse pad of Magia Beza. So I'll be getting the 3D mouse pad in. To try and just have that on my desk as a bit of a Guno, obviously. So that's not too bad. So it'll be my second 3D mouse pad. I've got another 3D mouse pad technically in the drawer, but that one I will be on my room tour most likely. That's it for January. It's a pretty light month for January. For February, two orders as well. So one of them is a bunch of High School DxD merch, mainly sleeves of Rias and Akano and their respective playmats. So I will put their artwork up if I can, just like I've shown with the other figures that I've talked about. But yeah, that's totaling 19,800 yen, as I can only get 6 of each of the sleeves. Although I'm probably going to downsize those to one pack of sleeves for each, because I've got multiple sleeves already of those. So the playmats I'm going to keep, I think, as well. So pretty simple order for that one. I might get a bit smaller, with some cancellations of the amount of sleeves. And then the actual figure I've got is Dragon's Crown Sorceress, 1/7. So she's can't be get a hold of. Pre-orders are closed for that one, and she is a re-release as well for this one. So I'm looking forward to getting them, because I've saw her figure up on MFC in people's collections over the past couple of years. So this is by Orchid Seed, and I'm looking forward to, actually, now that they've done a rerun, to get her, to be honest. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. It's one of the more iconic figures, especially if you've played. I've not played the game, but I've heard good things about the game. It's very very lewd, obviously. So I'm looking forward to getting this sort of iconic figure that is a bit more rare to get in people's collections, since she's not a mainstay anime character. She's from a game. But yeah, that's it for February. So February's quite light as well, actually, which I'm looking forward to. So the first 2 months are pretty light. March is a bit heavier in amount of figures, since I've got 4 for. So for March, we've got 4 orders from Ami and 1 order from Nin Games. So we will look at the Ami orders first. So I've got a not a quarter scale, but it's a 1/6 of Olga Discordia by Binding, coming out. So it's her, in a chair with her legs in an open position, which I covered a few months ago in a previous Ami figure pre-order roundup. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting this one. It'll be my second Olga Discordia figure, and it's her in an original outfit, an original colorway as well. Whereas I've got the binding quarter scale in her white color outfit. Do want the quarter scale, her original colorway version and binding quarter scale, but hopefully if this, should the pre-orders for this are closed, hopefully if this sells well, we'll get some more Kurenai, or at least Olga Discordia figures, or other of the other girls potentially in the future. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. That one I'm gonna almost definitely gonna be keeping, since I really do like Olga Discordia. Then we've also got one that was an actually recent pre-order. She only came up recently, which is Ikuko Onabuta 1/7 by Kadakawa, from the animation Nukitashi, which is that very lewd, school high school one, where there's the main protagonist who has to gets with certain acts with different girls throughout the anime. So I'm definitely very much on the extreme ecchi side. So that one I just saw and was like, yeah, I need to pre-order that one. So I've got her coming in, and she's luckily under the threshold as well, so she's by herself. Then we've also got 3 1/7 figures of from the characters in the redo of Healer. So we've got Kuroha, Freya, and Setsuna in their China dress versions. And they're all very cheap price actually. They're just over 7,000 yens by Kadakawa, coming out in March, and yeah, they all sort of combined together. So I've got all 3 of them in one order. So 3 1/7 for 22,000 yen basically is like a no-brainer, or about 25,000 yen should I say, which is a no-brainer. And I've also got a Sophie F. Sharing Bunny Agent T-shirt on this one, on this order, bringing it up to 25,000 yen. So yeah, which I'm also looking forward to getting. More Bunny Suit Planning merch, not just the figures. Trying to see what else other merch I can probably get a hold of, since we do sometimes see releases of Bunny Suit Planning figures, mainly on Melon Books. I've seen that you're able to get a hold of, at least outside of the UK, outside of Japan. Melon Books. So it's the first time I think I've seen some major merch from on Ami at least, of this lineup of Bunny Suit Planning figures. So yeah, that's one order. And then I've also got a order of Marin Kitagawa Race Queen on 7th. She's pre-orders are closing this one. Despite Aniplex, I'm kind of hesitant potentially. Don't know if I really want this figure. This one's kind of on the fence for me for March. Like I've got 2 Marin Kitagawa figures technically. One's on the way, so that one I should be getting this month actually, in January. That was dispatched in November. So yeah, I don't think I need more Marin Kitagawa figures, to be honest. So this one I'm very tempted to. If I do keep it, I probably will sell it on, to be honest, since the pre-orders will probably be closed the entire time. So I think it's a very, very popular figure. I can definitely see why a lot of people definitely want this figure. But it's not one of those characters I'm not sure I want multiple figures of, personally. And I don't have, like, Race Queen figure lineup anywhere in my collection. If I had, like, any start of a Race Queen... Like, if she started my Race Queen figures, then I probably would want to get more Race Queen themed figures. I guess the closest thing is my Ezra Lane Taiho quarter scale by Mythos, which is in like a racing outfit kind of attire, but that's not really racing. She hasn't got like the flags or anything like that, so I don't think so. So this one's a bit more of a on the cusp. From also in March, these ones I'm potentially going to cancel, is from Nin Games. Heroine of Justice, Marble, 1/5 scale, and Chief Villainous, Surlem. So these are coming out in March. They're relatively pricey, but I just like the fact that they're restrained, sort of prisoners characters. I don't know what source material they're from. I just like the look of them, but I think that's just me being very much a Gooner, and the fact that they kind of pair together as well. It's definitely up my alley, getting these pet two. But I'm potentially going to cancel these two as well. Yeah, like they do look nice, and they are by native. They're 1/5 scales, but it's kind of, yeah, I don't really know if I want to like actually spend that kind of money when I've already got 4 orders on Ami for that price in March. So March, and then I've got more figures, obviously throughout the year. So if I can, it's these two and the Marin Kitagawa. So that's, that's like 8 figures, and I can cut 3 of them out potentially. So yeah, I'm very tempted to sort of minimize this potentially. And that's it from Nin anyways, nothing else. That's it for March, so pretty stacked month, but not as stacked as April. April, I've got 5 orders on Ami. Yeah, so we'll start with this one, I guess, which is Bunny Suit Planning Sophie F. Shearing in a dress version, 1/6 by Magi Arts. Pre-orders closing this one. She looks really good, cast off in the chest area. Very nice looking figure, and a lot of her other scale figures are 1/6, so she's going to fit in with my other 1/6 scales of her anyways. So yeah, I think I just want this figure, and I can definitely see a lot of people definitely want this figure. Yeah, really nice looking figure. Really can't wait to get hold of this one as well, since obviously BSP is like my favourite collection at the moment, since I've got one shelf now dedicated to them. So that's her, at a good price as well. Then we've got another Kurenai figure. We've got Celestine Lusulius, 1/6 by Binding for 33,000 yen. So she's a bit cheaper than Olga, and she's pre-orders closed. So this is the elf goddess priestess as well from that series, which I'm hoping we get an actual quarter scale by Binding for to go with my Kurenai, to go with my quarter scale Olga. So hopefully, since I think she's going to sell pretty well. Pre-orders closed. Definitely keeping this one as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting this one and to combine her with Olga. That she obviously Olga sits on her chair. It looks like I'll probably end up sitting her on the floor in front of Olga, just so then they're sort of, but one, since Olga's on the chair, elevated behind, and the fact that they're in different months is quite nice. Yeah, so that one I'm pretty much going to be keeping. Now we're on to some freeing figures. We've got Fate Grand Order Minamoto no Raiko Bunny Girl style quarter scale for 44,000 yen. This is just like a really nice quarter scale. She looks great. Like, I don't play Fate Grand Order. I've watched I can't remember which version, but I've watched one of the animes. And yeah, she's a great looking figure. Just an amazing quarter scale. Love the hair, love the pose. The weapons look great. Yeah, just everything looks amazing on this figure. So I can definitely see why the pre-order, she's sold out pretty quickly in the pre-orders. So yeah, it's we'll have to see if she actually does stay on track for April. Freeing have a tendency for delaying a lot of their figures by 1 or 2 months usually. So yeah, this one I'm looking forward to getting a hold of. And then we've got the even more expensive quarter scale. It's a 1/3. So it'll be my first 1/3 scale of Code Geass Luch the Rebellion. 1/3 scale by Freeing, 66,000 yen. Pre-orders are closed. Like the previous two Lovru 1/3 scales that came out last year, they sold out pretty quickly, and I think they're still holding their price as well, since they're a bit more unique. I skipped those two and got this one because her green hair, the shading looks really good in this one. So I'm hoping that she comes out, and I'm buying this one mainly to test, since I know we're getting a Rias Grimoire 1/3 scale. I've seen the unpainted prototype, so that looks really good. So yeah, I definitely want that, and I think an Akano 1/3 is also confirmed, but we haven't seen an unpainted prototype of that one yet. So I want to get 1/3 in to at least see what the scale is, and I do like Code Geass, so it'll be my first Code Geass figure as well. Obviously going big by getting a massive 1/3 scale. So this one I'm pretty much going to be keeping as well. And then I think finally round up I have got a one figure that got actually delayed from December, which is Dish Original Priestess Shibuna 1/7 by QQ. She was delayed, and she looks really, really bloody nice. Like an Anubis kind of goddess, perfect brown skin shaded, cast off figure. Like, she looks amazing. Love the outfit. The design looks immaculate. There's such a nice looking figure. I fell in love with this and pre-ordered this immediately. Yeah, she looks amazing. I definitely can't wait to get hold of her. So the fact she got delayed into April is kind of annoying, since April's a very big month for orders for me, unfortunately. So yeah, I'm hoping that we don't have to worry. I don't know that some of the other figures might get, like the freeing ones, might get delayed, so that one might free up April a bit more for me. But that's it for April. There's 5 orders. Now we're going to May. May's another heavy month for me, unfortunately. I've got 6 orders in total. There could be some combinations with some of these as well. So we'll start at the top. So we've got a B-style Magical Girls Leopard Bunny version. So to go with the Gushing Over Magical Girls, to go with Magic Beza, basically, for 39,600 yen. This one is potentially cast off as well, just like the Overlord figures. I don't know. She's definitely a bit more of a simpler figure compared to Magic Beza. So this one, I potentially will be cancelling, which will definitely free up May for me at least, and help with the costs. So this one's kind of on the edge. I just got this one because I'm getting Magic Beza. I kind of feel like I need to get the other ones. Unfortunately, I'm one of those sorts of set completionist people. When I start one character and there's other characters, from the same manufacturer that come out or have been out in the past, I need to complete the set. So that's kind of my downfall, unfortunately. So yeah, that one I might hold off and see if the pre-orders are still open all the way up till May. Then I'll probably cancel her by the end of April. So that will free up at least a chunk of money, most likely. Next is another quarter scale. This is the Fate Grand Order Murasaki Shikibu. By thing, 44,000 yen. So this one's to go along with the other one from April, and yeah, she looks great. Love the staff, love the hair. I love the purple bunny suit. This looks amazing. Posing looks really good as well. This one is still available for pre-order, so this one potentially might be one where I might cancel to then see if she goes on sale afterwards, since a lot of freeing figures have done that. I'm kind of holding on to the freeing figures that have pre-ordered windows are closed, and they are still closed like now, and if they're still closed, obviously by the time I get to the month of release, then I'll be keeping hold of them, obviously. But if she's still up for pre-order now, and she's still up for pre-order throughout the first half of this year, then she might be one I might cancel, and then might be able to nab her for a bit cheaper, or if she goes up in the aftermarket, then afterwards, like she sells up pretty quickly, then fair enough. I missed my opportunity, but I would at least save money. So this one's one that's, again, a bit more on the edge, potentially, of getting this one. Next, we have got Angel Nun Shen, background by Kawa Designs. This is like a cathedral backdrop that I saw for pre-order, and I'm getting it because I might start doing it with do some photography. So I might use it as a backdrop for some of my more figures that are like fantasy themed. Like I've got a couple of like Chaplain Priestess ones I haven't done videos on yet that are sitting to my left at the moment in their boxes. So yeah, those sorts of fantasy-esque D&D party themed different roles sort of things. Those sorts of characters I can then use this backdrop to sort of as a fantasy backdrop for it. Which will be better for photography and probably video reviews as well. So that's why I'm getting this one, and I'm hoping to hopefully the scales look alright. It wouldn't work for quarter scales, but for 1/6, 1/5 it should work. Although the heads will probably be at the top end of the backdrop for it. But yeah, it'll be interesting to take it. It's only 7,700 yen, so there's not a lot of money for this. So it's not a figure, but it's a environmental backdrop. So I think worth getting a hold of. Next figure is one I can't open. It's Praying Nun 1/6 by ODD Studio. It's a very lewd figure. Obviously in the NSFW section and the adult section of Ami that I saw up for pre-order. This one, I don't know how, if she's actually going to come out, unfortunately, with these ODD Studio figures. Since I pre-ordered 2 other ODD ones that came out, was it about a month or so ago? And I actually they were going to come out in January of next year, 2027. And they got cancelled by the same manufacturer. So these ones I've had in my pre-order for like 6 months. So I'm hoping they're still confirmed, but I can't find anything on MFC. I can't find an entry of this on OzGK, which does resin statues, because this is a resin statue technically, not a PVC actual like plastic figure statue. The reason I'm buying sort of this resin's first time I've seen resin statue from Ami is because I don't know if this will get categorized differently from plastic figures. So I want to get it because it's an ODD resin statue, which I do want, because I've got 2 ODD resin statues to the left of me as well that I need to do a review on, but that'll be on my Patreon. And this one I'm looking to see if Ami do facilitate it. If it gets categorized differently, in which case it might dodge the import taxes, because most resin statues, at least in the UK, the 2 shipments of resin statues I've had have not had any import tax put on them. So that's quite good for me. They've just missed it, I'm guessing because of the category or whatnot. So that this one's looking, and 34,000 yen. It's a very interesting but very lewd looking figure. A bit shocking. Won't be showing a photo of that. Well, I might show a censored photo of it if I can. There's also another ODD figure, MVA-04 Peacock Spider 1/6 for 64,000 yen, again by ODD Studio. This one, again, I can't open up the webpage on Ami. So these 2 are potentially going to forcibly be cancelled by Ami at their end. So I don't know about that. And they're single shipments. Again, resin material, not plastics. So that's, even though May is like a very packed month, 2 of those figures are potentially just not. Potentially might not even get, to be honest. Or they might get delayed anyways. And then finally, I have got Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid Court Scale of Toru by A Dimension, 17,420 yen. This one I just got because it was court scale. I love court scales. It's Dragon's Maid. I really like Dragon's Maid. Great anime, and she's very lewd as well in this one. Not cast off, but I do like the attire, and the fact that she's court scale for that price. I'm just like auto buy for me. So yes, I'm hoping to get this one, and hopefully we see some more from A Dimension in the future. So this one looks like its pre-orders are closed, so I think this one will hopefully sell well, and it might convince them to do more. That's it for May. Then we go into June, which I think is a bit more of a lighter month. Nope, June's still pretty packed. Although there's probably a cancellation on one of these figures. So start with, we've got Goblin Slayer Priestess, which is a secondary run of her actually, and it's not the bare leg version, thank God. I don't like the bare leg versions. For 33,000 yen. So I'm looking forward to getting this one. I do like Goblin Slayer, great anime, definitely worth watching. So yeah, I'm not going to miss out on getting her freeing figure at least. For her, because I do like the pose and I like the face that she's got going on. So yeah, looking forward to that one. Then we've also got a Prelude figure. So this is Ulrich original character Nagisa Hayami, 5.5 scale. So by native, 34,100 yen. She's handcuffed to a shower in a swimsuit with high heels and stockings. Yeah, looks great, and you get a couple of the arm option thing as well, different pose options. Can't show obviously, but she looks great. And instant pre-order for me. Definitely wanted to get this one, so I think this one will be a good, more unique figure as well, and another artist that I might really like, and might want to get future figures from in the future. By this artist, which is oh god, who's the artist for this one? Don't know, can't remember. But yeah, she looks really good, so I'm hopefully gonna keep hold of that one as long as she doesn't get delayed or forcefully cancelled. And then we've got a quarter budget figure. So this is another lewd figure. This is Rika Sumeragi 1/6 by Pure. For June 2026 from a very well received H tie figure series, which I really fell in love with. She's the female head teacher from that series. So her, I'm glad that we're getting her at least figures of this one. So I'm really excited. As soon as I saw this, I've pre-ordered instant pre-order for me. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting this one at 1/6 scale in sort of, she's in night in lingerie, white lingerie. So yeah, looking forward to getting that one. If I can show an aspect, I probably can't show anything of that one, to be honest. And then we've also, this one I probably can't show either. It's from the same series. Why can't I not open it? Okay. It is the Louisa Richter 1/6. For 24,750 yen by Pure as well. So there's you get, this is part of a series or a set of all four of them, and there's a big couch as well where they get set on. They just get set up on. But we've only seen two of the girls. I've not seen the other two up for pre-order yet, so we'll have to see if they do get confirmation. That's the only thing I'm a bit worried about with these two figures is the fact that they are. We've only seen half them, even though we've seen a photo of all four of them finalized. So maybe interest has dropped and they might cancel them. So I might even get these two, might forcibly get cancelled from me for June, unfortunately. And then another duet figure, dual figure, should I say? The Battle Shrine Maidens of Humiliating Servility. 1/6 scale by Hot Venus, 57,200 yen. So this is like two Shrine Maidens fighting off spirits that are trying to grab at them in very lewd attire, which you can fully cast off as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting these ones. This one is again a sort of duet where I might not get them. Potentially, just have to see how April and May go, I would say mostly. And yeah, that's it from Ami. But I have got a pre-order from OzGK of a resin statue. Two resin statues technically. It is Rika Sumeragi from Seika, the two figures from Pure, but it's the head teacher. But there's two versions. There's a standard deluxe version where she's standing in nightwear in front of a desk, and she's quarter scale as well. And so this is by by Shenhua Studio. So I'm looking forward to try testing this figure out. And then there is a different version of her in front of an office chair, which is the explicit 18+ version as well. So I've got both versions up for pre-order, and they are estimated for June. So hopefully they do come out in June. And that's totaling probably, I'd say. So it's going to be in total about £500 all of them, not including postage. It'll probably be another £100 for postage. So it'll be about 600 something. But for 2/4 scale resin figures, and this is like a head teacher she looks really nice as well. This resin statue. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting this one. So if the Pure ones fall out, I've at least got some character from them, and this will expand my quarter scale resin figure collection as well from just having Tifa as my quarter scale. I really should probably do a follow-up of Tifa since the video that I originally did of her unboxing was from a fair few years ago and is pretty, I think overall pretty poor. So I could probably do a bit better job recently, and I would like to get her out actually on display in my collection in my room. So yeah, that's it for OzGK, and the rest of these of the year. That's it up to the halfway through the year. I think the rest of them are now on Ami, and they do sort of thin out a bit after July. July is a pretty heavy month as well, but there is a reason for that. One of the orders is of two Sophia F. Shearings in bikinis. One in a white bikini, one in a black bikini, quarter scale. And obviously the one in black bikini is tanned as well. So I saw these up for pre-order and instantly pre-ordered both of them. personally. They are still up for a pre-order, so whether I keep hold of them, again, these might be freeing figures that might been, since some of the other quarter scale bunny suit bunny ones have gone down in value after release. So these ones are ones I might possibly cancel anyways, and then just see how they are after later in the year. And then I've got the Sword Maiden bunny quarter scale. So Goblin Slayer Sword Maiden. So I'm glad we're getting a quarter scale of her. I missed a resin statue of her, unfortunately, which I should have got a hold of because that would have been auto buy, really. But yeah, this one looks good, and it's Sword Maiden, and I'm glad we're getting a quarter scale Sword Maiden since she'll go with Priestess. So yeah, definitely getting hold of her, and I think her pre-orders are closed. Nope, they're still available, so she's still available for pre-order if you want. And then we've got another quarter scale. So July is like my quarter scale month from freeing. Is Mashika Tensei Jobbers Reincarnation Roxy, 36,300 yen. This one's really good. I like the fact that she's got a hat. I like the white bunny suit. I think overall, like the sort of the cream color does kind of work with her blue hair. So yeah, she looks really good. Really cute figure. And the fact that she has an option without the ears, I'm definitely going to display her with a hat. I think it's definitely better overall, in my opinion. So that's coming out as well. And hopefully we'll see more of the other girls from Jobber's Reincarnation in the future if she sells really well. So, but that's still available for pre-order. So again, she might potentially bin. So that's 4 quarter scales in July. And then I've got After School Art Instruction. Rumi 1/6 by Animeaster for 8,000 yen. Pre-orders are closed for this one. She's just a very hot teacher out to have in a very tight shirt and very short skirt. So yeah, she looks really good. I love the outfit she's got going on. So it isn't pre-order for me. So that's it for July, and then I think it kind of eases up now for the rest of the year. So August, 2 orders. I've got this one I might end up cancelling, really. And I don't think I can open it yet, but it's not opening a link. It's the tall, big-breasted dragon who doesn't know anything about naughty things. Arena Fartagana 1/5. 44,000 yen, so it's very expensive for this figure, but she does look really nice. Love the pose that she's in. She obviously just doesn't know what she's doing. She doesn't know she's being very alluring, very naughty. So yeah, I'm hoping to get that one. And then I've also got a Yasaguri Public Health Doctor, Yumiko Yasaka, quarter scale for 9,900 yen. So this is a very cheap quarter scale. She's like a bunny suit, but with a doctor's jacket on. Coming out, so yeah, she's still available for pre-order. And there is a binding version of her that I think you can still get a hold of that's 44,000 yen. So I'm very tempted to get that and then like compare them because it's the same design, like the same character, from 2 different manufacturers in different poses. But at 2 different price points. So that one might be worth. I might, when I do get like confirmed getting her, I might have a look at the other other manufacturer, other figures of her, should I say. So yeah, this one isn't a cast off figure. She doesn't look like she's going to be cast off in any means. But apart from the jacket you can take off and a face mask. But yeah, she looks really good. And it'll be my first quarter scale by Hobby Rangers. So another budget quarter scale manufacturer, hopefully, that might show freeing that you don't need to charge 44,000 yen. September, one figure. Is a Toho Projects Flandre Scarlet 1/8, 34,980 yen. This is a re-release, so this one pre-orders are closed. I can definitely see why. As soon as I saw a Toho Project figure, I just instantly pre-ordered it just to secure myself one. So I'm probably going to keep this one as long as no other figures come out for September release, because I really need to do more research for Toho Project. So, but yeah, for September is just the one figure of this coming out. Then we go to October, 2 figures. We've got another Toho Project. We've got Remilia Scarlet re-release as well for 34,980 yen. So again, this one is not opening up for me on AmiAmi. Typical. So yeah, she's definitely, I think, worth getting a hold of as well if you missed out on the first one. So I think a lot of people have like trying to secure theirs, or have secured their pre-orders now when they saw them up for pre-order. Also in October, I have got Ghost in the Shell manga edition, Motoko Kusanagi for 30,000 yen. And she's like in a circuit board with a weapon out. Yeah, very much the older anime style from the 90s. So yeah, she looks really good. I just fell in love with it. Also manga edition, so she definitely looks like she's straight out of one of the manga panels. So yeah, looks really good. Definitely one of my favorite, and I do really like Ghost in the Shell as well. Yeah, it's definitely worth getting hold of. That's why, and it's by Max Factory. And my Chun Li Max Factory is amazing, so I'm hopeful this should. She looks amazing, so I'm pretty sure Max Factory can at least execute the figure properly for this one. And that's it for October. And then November, there's 3 figures. Another Toho Project figure, Sakayu Azayo, 1/8. Again, I think this one isn't a re-release. I think she's actually a new girl for 34,000 yen. And her pre-orders are closed. So yeah, this one again is, I think, just another Toho Project one that people are wanting to get, and they've secured them if they can. Again, with all the other Toho Project, like all the other ones, I'm not like super attached to the Toho Project, so I might end up cancelling all 3 of them anyways, just to save on myself a bit of money. So they're a bit on the verge of cancellation, fortunately. And then we go also in October. I got Azure Lane Owari. My Wish is for Love version 1/6. And this is the deluxe edition by Anigame, which has her with 3 different leg options, basically. Open legs, closed cross legs without any dress outfit on, so she looks like she's more in the bikini, and then her actual outfit version as well with the legs. So yeah, in her, this is in a basic sort of throne option, but yeah, the open leg option, I think a photo was released actually of the open leg on MFC that you can check out if you wanted to see what and this is a single shipment. And then if you want like the actual extravagant throne, like the really big throne that she gets on, that's separately, that's 20,000 yen. So yeah, I'm getting the super big throne. Owari is one of my favorite figures from Azure Lane as well. So as soon as I saw this for pre-order, there's been other figures of Owari which I was tempted to get hold of, but this design just I really love the look of. It's so she's like Dark Lord-esque, like ruler of hell kind of thing. So yeah, I really like the aesthetic of this one, especially with the paying separately for the base, which I think some people have mentioned in MFC they don't like, but I'm glad there's a separate option that you can pay for. Otherwise, it would have been like a 50,000 yen figure for the big base. That you'd have had to pay for, and a lot. It's kind of like with the other Azure Lane figures, where they've got the armored the equipment version, which is 30,000 yen, or they've got the light equipment version where it's just the figure, and none of them got the battleship guns or anything like that around them. So that's obviously depending on the person. They gave you the option. So it's the same figure at the end of the day. It's just whether you want the more extravagant base or the extras. They give you the option to buy that. So I'm glad about that. So that's for November. And then to round it up December, I've got 1 figure. And that is Bunny Suit Planning Sophia F. Shearing Ninja version. 1/6 by Magiarts, 33,700 yen. Yep. Great looking figure. Definitely auto buy for me. Obviously, Sophia F. Shearing is like my favourite character. I'm looking forward to getting more versions of her from the art books that I've got as well. So yeah, I'm definitely glad they're doing more figures of her. And there's a couple of other ones that have come out already that have already been released that I will probably be getting a hold of throughout the year if I have too many cancellations or some figures get bumped, delayed. And that's it really for 2026 pre-orders. So hopefully there's someone here. There's some cancellations that are possibly going to happen. The ODD Studio ones are probably going to get cancelled since the other ones have been by Ami. And my Nin Game ones in March. So sort of March, April, May, June are my big So that's like a 3 month stretch, 3-4 month stretch where it's very big orders potentially, but there could be delays since a lot of them are freeing figures. So I'm going to be adding another 10 freeing figures by the end of the year to my collection. I think all in if I end up getting all of them. So yeah. I'm going to need to figure out a way of probably put up a few more shelves to hold my quarter scales, or change this to a wider display, I think. Yeah, that'll be interesting, I think. But that does it for my orders roundup, and yeah, hopefully you enjoyed, and I shall catch you in the next video. Thanks.